So 23. Consider this program segment. Int new num equals 0 temp. Int num equals k. And k is some predefined integer. Value is greater than or equal to 0. So it's not negative. So while num is greater than 10, temp equals num mod 10, num divided by equals 10, new num equals new num times 10 plus temp. So kind of what this one does is it basically just flips the digits over. So it basically just reverses this string. So it would be 0, 0, 1. And 0, 0, 0, 1, which would just end up being 1. So it's easy to see once I make that explanation for this kind of hard to understand code that if 100 is less than or equal to num, which is less than or equal to 100 initially, the final value of new num must be in the range of 10, which is less than or equal to new num, which is less than or equal to 100. And it's easy to see that that's not right because this just flips around. So it's 0, 0, 0, 1. And that's smaller than 10. So there you go. I mean, make sure that when you're doing these kind of complicated problems that you're kind of rationalizing for yourself what all of this code is doing. So for number 2 and 3, there's no initial value of num that will cause an infinite while loop, and that's just right because num is being divided by 10 every time. It's going to be less than 10 at some point. And then if num is less than or equal to 10 initially, new num will have a final value of 0. And that is also right because it's initialized with 0. So it keeps 0 because none of this code is executed. So 2 and 3 only, D. So 24, and that is the final question for this segment. So consider the method reverse precondition n is greater than 0. And by the way, this precondition is kind of what's expected before the method. And the postcondition is what's expected after the method, of course. So postcondition returns n with its digits reversed. They're really loving this whole reverse thing. So for if n is equal to 234, method reverse returns 432. So it kind of just waves the magic hand and says, it is reversed. Trust us. So these code segments go in this little box, basically. So let's see. For one, if n has a small first digit, it won't end up working. And that's I think that is because of the inequality right here. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Because this needs to be either this needs to be n is not equal to 0, just like in these ones, but it isn't. So it ends up just not working out. And you don't get as many iterations as you should in some cases. And then in 2, it does the same as 1, but with a better statement. And 3, it's 2, but in for form. It's in for loop form. So I talked about that earlier in here. You can re-listen to that if you want. So for this one, it's 2 and 3 only. So D. And that is the end of this segment of my AP Computer Science review. See ya. And good luck on these questions on the AP test.